Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Darius Slayton on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the counter, it's Taylor. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus? And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw again is Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run Taylor. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Taylor again with that carry. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Colts 0.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On second down, it's Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, here's Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell them everybody get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jared Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising, because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
Tied at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
The tackle by Derwin James. It's a loss of 1.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room. Sprint.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell from 6 yards away as they have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty, penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert. And that will complete downfield to Allen. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Williams brings it in. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He'll fight, and it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Shaquille Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open, it's Allen, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Darius Slayton, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The kick is good.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
A solid stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday.
They go play action now. Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
They will take a 7-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship. It's up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 13 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode, trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Ryan. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 60. And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully...
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 27 yards.
And the Chargers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
But the bouncer is taken inside the 5. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 11.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
So a heck of a move. Man. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
132 yards on the ground for him now as he's getting better, really, as the night's going on.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
48 yards.
And the Colts tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone.
A dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So a fourth-quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get nine.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game.